Hi everyone, welcome to the second episode of Fmc Weekly. I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded. I still have a bunch of them getting ready to upload. I just haven't had the chance to do them. So this was a mean of 3. It was 25.67, which isn't too bad. I'll take it. And so yeah, so the first solve was at 27. It was the worst solve of the mean. This scramble was really bad. I couldn't really find much of it, but I did find something a little bit decent. So I started with white front on the inverse. So I noticed that there were 8 bad edges, I think. And I did L prime U to turn it into 4 bad edges. And then from here, I did, what did I do? Oh yeah. You have these two and then these two. So I just put them down and did a D. And I went to do domino reduction, and I saw that I had 4E4C for this EO. And I saw that this bar was already made, like a little bit of a bar, and this sort of is attached here. Yeah, so a bunch of stuff going on here. And so this is hard for me to visualize because when I have white front, I usually flip the cube when I'm scrambling because I'm not good at recognition on this. But here's what I did. I did an F prime D2 to connect this bar and also move the E layer edges on one face. And then I saw that I had the rest here and here. So I did an F and then just paired these up like that, and then I did B prime, R prime, and I saw there's this trick for when you have the diagonal corners. To see if you have good corners, you just check the back side's colors, and if they're both adjacent, it's good, and if they're both opposite, it's good. But if you have an opposite and an adjacent, it's bad. So I switched and noticed that if you do an R2B, it makes it HCR minus 2E4C, which can be set up to an RU2 R prime tutor. So yeah, and then from here I couldn't really find anything good, so I switched. So here's what the cube looks like now. Yeah, so I did originally I did U2, R2, U2, but if I did an R2, R2, U2, R2, it actually cancels with an R move from the last move of my DR. And then from here I did F, L2, F prime to make HCR. And this HCR wasn't very good. I didn't really find much of it, and I spent a solid 10 minutes trying to find stuff. So I'll show you what I did. If I can just solve the cube. Hold on. Sorry about that. So I saw that doing B2, D2, B2, D2. Wait, no. Yeah. B2 makes a square. D2, B2 makes this big block. And if I do an R2, I see that it leaves... You may think this is 3, 3. But it's 3 edges, and then there's the E slice. And you can usually do move replacement to solve the E slice in 0 to 2 moves. And I got pretty unlucky with this 3E insertion and solved it in 4. And I also got pretty unlucky with the E slice and solved it in 1. So that's 5 moves to solve that skeleton, which gives a 27. So the second solve of the mean was a 24. And it also used HCR. And yeah, I feel like this solve had a lot of potential, but yeah, I couldn't really find much of it. So the first thing I did was I saw that on red front there's bad edges here, 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 and here. So that's 6 bad edges. And so I saw on the R face there's 3, so I can do an R to make it 4 bad edges. And then from here I did a B2 to set like this up here. And then I did a D to set this one here, and then F prime to set them all in the same face, and then an L. And this gave 44C, which is really good. You can set it up to just one move. So I switched because I couldn't really find anything. And I saw that there was a lot of bars and a lot of blocks, so I knew that this had pretty good potential. So I saw that if you do a U, you can see like these edges and this edge. So I did an R2, L2. Obviously I didn't write it as an M2, it's R2, L2. And then I did a U and B2, D, B. And this gave domino reduction in 12 moves. So this was a 24 for 12 move domino reduction, which is pretty good. And so I saw that it had really good corners because all the corner bars are made when you just do that. So I did a D, and this made it HCR minus 4 edges. So you want to set up the edges here and here, and they're 2 moves away. So I did an F2, L2, and this sort of like set everything up. And then I did a U prime, so this is 44C, and then just like that. And then it's a pretty nice continuation from here. You can just do R2, D2, R2 to leaf slice. See, I find myself doing leaf slice most of the times with HCR because I find it really hard to find finishes, and usually my most efficient solves are with slice skeletons. So yeah, I'm not going to be going how I solve the E-slice, it's just pretty trivial, but so that's E-slice in 22, and I got pretty unlucky and solved it in 2 to get a 24. And there were a lot of L2, R2, and U2, D2 in my solution, so I tried cancelling them out with slices, but I couldn't find anything, unfortunately. So yeah, so this next solve is a 23. And yeah, so I started on blue front EO. Wait, which one was the normal or the inverse? Sorry, I think this is the normal. If I do a, oh yeah, wait, is it? Yes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bad edges. So there's 3 already on the U face, so I just did a U prime. And then I traced the edges. I saw that this would go here, this would go here. So there's those, and then there's like this and that. So those are in pretty nice positions. So I switched. And then I did a BFL to put these all in the same place, and then a U. And that solves EO. And so yeah, and I saw that this is 4E4C, which can be solved in a move. And I saw this black bar, but I knew that I could probably find something good if I switched, so I did that. So after switching back to the inverse, I saw, so it was 4E4C, and I saw that I could do a B. Yep, a B, and then this sets like a lot of stuff up to be done. Oh yeah, wait. Oh yeah, B. It's really hard to do this because I'm reading the moves and I don't quite remember like why I did the moves, but now I remember. So I did a B, and then this sets like these up to be paired up with a U2, and you can do an F2 to preserve these, and an R2, and this makes this, and then you can do B prime L. And if I look at the corners, it's again, we have the diagonal, so I can use the trick from before and see that they're both adjacent. So I know that they're good corners. So after this, I switched and saw that if I did an, what did I do? If I did, oh, this was very similar to the first solve. in both solves I did an R2B to make it to H2 minus 2E4C. That's cool. Anyway, so I did R2B, and then this makes it 2E4C. And then you can do a, what did I do? L2, F2, D2 to set everything up. And then B prime, D2B. And if you look here, there's like some cool stuff that you could do. So I could do 4 moves to 2E2E, or I can do... Wait, was there a finish off this? Nah. I could do F2, R2 to R2 to get 3E. Which I then solved in 3 moves to get 26. So yeah, that's my 25.6 mean.